Okay, so thank you very much, Sunil. Thank you, everyone. I'm Jaime Barba. I come from Spain. And I would like to explain now a practical example of digital transformation here in a utility in Spain, and what has happened after this digital transformation for us. I'm the CEO of GoAigua. GoAigua is a company that was born from Global Omnium. Global Omnium is a utility that was born in 130 years ago in Spain. That utility managed 400 cities. Is a 100% family-owned utility, private utility. We manage more or less 4 million households here in Spain. And over 2,900 employees, and we have a revenues of 450 million euro a year. This is for you to understand where we come from, okay? And some years ago, maybe 12 years ago, I don't know now the number of years, 2006, okay? We decided to make a digital transformation. Today is mandatory. Everyone knows what's a digital transformation, and in that time it was not something usual. For example, in that time we decided to change all the processes of all our contractors and all our people in the field, and to include their processes and to certify, for example, their work, their jobs, and even the billing of the maintenance works using handhelds. In that time there were no cellular, and we were using handhelds for the workers, and the workers fill some kind of parameters in the street, and with this we started a workflow where we were able to fix a price, and in less than 10 days the contractor was getting the money, and using the technology and standardizing all the process, okay? This was an example, but we did that for all the utility, for every kind of process in the utility. Of course, all the customer care people were under processes under digitizing of this kind of processes. The secret for this was that the OT and IT were joined together. I was in that time the chief information officer of the company, and we had a operational manager that decided to be generous and to put the know-how of the water inside on the table, and we digitized everything because this guy opened all the processes of the water, of the drinking water and sewage water that we manage, okay? We decided also to sensorize, to digitize, to sensorize all the infrastructures. So for example, we have 700,000 meters with smart metering in that time, in 2000, this was in 2008, okay? This was a number. We were the first company in Europe with more smart meters in that time, and the first city that was Valencia in Europe. Every city with a smart metering in a fixed network. We started to receive a lot of information, and we didn't know what was big data. So for us it was a challenge to manage this information. So in 2013, we understood that we started to have patterns of consumption. We started to have to understand different stationality in the users, the skills, different skills depending on the consumption of water, and forecast demand for 365 days. Using always the information of the smart metering or the information of the different networks. And in 2013, we understood that we had a problem because we had been growing in the IT systems with the silos that you have explained here. I'm not going to explain anymore, but a lot of silos, connected, not connected between them, and with an spaghetti connections, everything with everything, but no as a data-centric solution. So we decided to develop a data-centric solution to crash, to break everything that we had been doing. I'm yet working in the company, so this was a hard decision, but it was a good reflection, because we break everything that we had developed until this time, and we decided to build a platform from zero for the company. And the platform was born with the idea of selling this with everything that we had learned until that time. Finally, in 2017, we started to sell this platform that is called GoAigua. And what we learned that we have some key success factors for a digital transformation in a utility. Of course, we need the involvement of the top management. If not, this is not going to happen. We need to communicate continuously to the people what we are going to do, because there is usual behavior of the people against the process because of fears and so on. We identified key champions, and with these key champions, we give really good roles. They were chief of their teams, because if not, that was not possible. We identify the stoppers, and we give for that stoppers continuous train to take out their fears. Of course, finally, we had to get some decisions, because if the stopper after the train goes on trying to stop, so we have hard decisions, but we work a lot this. We defined good metrics. We leverage powerful platform and technology. We decided to have a really big team of technology and prepare for the maintenance. And of course, we faced the project and with different milestones that we review continuously. Okay, the solution that we give finally was a system with a data ingestion, data repository. This now is something usual. In the time that we did, it was not so usual, but now it's something that everyone more or less knows, with a data lake, and with a special solution that is the thing that we try to differentiate ourselves. That is the smart water engine. It's a data modeling that allows this data-centric solution. We don't mind the ingestion, we don't mind the data storing. We know how to do it with the platform or with other platforms. But what is important for us is that the data modeling, the focus data-centric modeling. On top, we have a layer of services where we can build digital twin, leak detection, customer portals. We have solutions for all these kind of things inside the GoAigua. But what we do especially is to build over this smart water engine, and to be faster with it to build solutions. Okay, the results for the company were really good results. 35% of improved network efficiency, 60% of reduction of claims in the users. I don't know, 15% of energy savings. Every day the deploy of the technology has really good KPIs. And we always were focused on connecting, of course, all the information between asset management, infrastructure management, billing, and work orders. Everything is automatically connected, and the smart decisions are taken because of this holistic vision. Finally, we started to sell the solution. It's a modular solution, scalable, with the data-centric system, interconnected, vendor agnostic. We don't mind that some modules are with other software, because the important thing is the smart platform. Okay. Some examples: the kind of solutions that are on top of the platform are remote operation in treatment plants or in network, non-revenue water systems that cross information between the billing system, between the network system, the model. They are using the model, they are using the asset. So they cross. If you have smart metering, they are using the smart metering to make hydraulic balances, water quality system, digital work orders management system, or smart metering. Okay, but we are so fast to deploy solutions. For example, in the utility that we manage with COVID, we have deployed this solution that you are watching that is being used in the government of Spain as the solution for the decisions in different cities. Okay, it's a solution for the COVID. It's a solution where we are connecting the laboratory, all the information of the limbs in the laboratory, with the information of the work orders for the samples, with information, external information of the people, the aging of the people in different areas. And we have a laboratory that has the PCRs that is analyzing the sewage network information. We are getting this sewage network and making sectors and defining where we have more or less impact of COVID. These kind of things are being used for the government of Spain. This is an example of a city, of one city that is Valencia, where we are sectorizing the places. You can see the evolution in different times, and in these different times, as you are seeing, we have been in a strong confinement, and now since the time that we started the finish of the confinement in May, as you can see, we are losing quality of the sectors, and it's more and more red. The authorities are using this information, for example, for make a direct surveillance in different buildings, in universities, and so on, or for enforce the public force, for the people to use the masks, or making, for example, different concentrations in sectors that have more risk, and so on. Another example, and the final example, is a full example of integration. Okay, we have real-time data from the flow meters of the AMI, from the GIS, the RMP. We have the leak detection system that is taking all this information to analyze and tell where, in which, if we have DMAs, where we have a DMA with possible leak or possible fraud. If we don't have DMAs, okay, what we do is to analyze where we should put some sensors, some flow meters to, the system is the one that is making this calcul to analyze the different leaks that we can find. We run the model automatically, and the system is presenting which is the place, the probable place of the leak. Okay. Finally, the system is getting automatically a work order management system, and this work order allows the people to go to the field. The people has a mobility system, and the people have also systems with 3D models of the GIS to understand what's happening in that field. Okay, this is an access that have the operators or inside the network. Finally, we repair the leak, and we have an economic report because the workers are filling the information in the field. For example, you can see here that in the hole, we are taking a picture with the size of this hole, and automatically we are deciding with this kind of data which is the invoicing for the contractor, and we are paying the contractor in less than 10 days. Of course, the contractor has to use our software. Okay, so as we see, it's an industrial process, the same as a car factory. And finally, okay, what is important is that the process is all engaged with the different origin of data. So thank you very much for Sunil for your time.
Great. No, thanks, Jamie. Thanks for joining from Spain. I know it's odd time, it's a late evening, but I really appreciate that you presented and you will participate in the discussion also.